Again, I'm Alan Warren, City Councilman District 2. I've been in office since December 16th of 2014, and I've supported a lot of issues that are key to young Democrats and just young people throughout the city of San Antonio. The first thing that I've supported is rideshare. In 2 votes, all the votes that I've had, we've had positive votes for rideshare. We've kept Uber and Lyft in our city, and we've made sure that people have opportunities to get home safe and get home and get to work safe and go out safely and without drinking and driving. I know you're a supporter of the taxi cab industry. I don't speak when you're at City Council, so I'd appreciate just 3 minutes. Thank you. But again, this is a great event just to see a packed house of young people. I know that 85% of my voters are over the age of 65, and that's sad. That is totally sad for the city. It's sad for the community because we're not getting these young people engaged. So anything that you guys can do to get young people engaged, I'm willing to do it citywide, not just in District 2, because the city needs to hear young people's voices and needs to hear young people opinions and hear what young people have to say as far as shaping the city, because the city of the future is your city. It's not the city of people over the age of 65. They're on their way down. The folks on their way up are. Well, no. If we're only hearing your voice, there's going to be a problem. Oh, not down in a hole. But again, I don't want to take too long because I know I do have to run to another event. So if I could take 2 questions, I'd love to take 2 questions instead of just 1. After all of them? Oh, okay, I thought the questions were during our session. No. Okay, so the things that I've focused on during council, I've had a number of things. The Neighborhood Empowerment Action Team is one of the new initiatives that I set. So in District 2, every neighborhood association that has had issues or is organized gets a NEAT initiative. So a NEAT initiative is a sweep with code enforcement, safe officers, transportation and capital improvements, as well as our animal care services. If people know, there's a lot of stray dogs in our downtown and inner city areas, and there's also people that don't cut their grass, people that leave mattresses out if there's a rental property and somebody moves out. I think everybody's kind of seen this kind of stuff. We clean these areas up, and then we also bring the dumpsters to the neighborhoods so that the folks don't have to go to one of the dump sites or dump the trash illegally. So that's happening in every neighborhood, and it's not just happening once a year, it's happening on a 10 to 12 week cycle. So we're going back to make sure that we're changing what's normal in our neighborhoods. Because if normal is leaving trash in your front yard, letting your grass grow to 2 feet and 3 feet high, that's just unacceptable for the city, and I think that's unacceptable for the neighborhoods of District 2. So that's one of the things that we're working on. Another thing that we're focusing on is Startup in Residence. So a Startup in Residence is a organization that's coming in, it's a tech organization that's coming into a city department that gets a 16-week period to create a solution for the department, whether it's a tech solution. For example, in San Francisco, they have all of the city sites and venues on one website, and the city doesn't have to pay for it. You can book it, you know when it's available, you know when it's not available, and you know what city sites we have. We actually don't have any of that right now, so we're working on that right now. And the last thing that we're working on is ShotSpotter, gunshot detection software on the east and west sides of San Antonio. A lot of you didn't know that over 2,300 gunshots have gone off in San Antonio just in 2 square miles of our 500 square mile city. So that's something that we brought focus to, and it's really a huge issue. But again, the police aren't getting calls 8 out of 10 times. So when police don't show up 8 out of 10 times, there's no trust built in the community. There's no trust for the police, and when they're only there to lock people up, it's not a good thing. Again, I appreciate your support. Ask for your vote. How many District 2 residents are in the house? Do we have any? Perfect. Good to see you, Walter. No, we got 2. But I do appreciate you all for coming out. I'm glad to be here today. And if you see me on the street, or if you know me, 210-602-6277. That's my cell phone number. If anybody doesn't have my Facebook, they can shoot me a text or... All right, thank you.
So just to rehash here, the candidates will speak, introduce themselves, and then we will ask a question related to the district. We want to make sure that they have a chance to introduce themselves with full attention before we get sidetracked on particular issues, okay? All cool? All right, next up is Mr. Cruz Shaw, candidate for District 2.
I got a little nervous. Uh-oh, what's going to happen here? How you doing? This is wonderful. This is a great turnout. If you look around the tables around this room, you see senior citizens, you see young adults, you see Latinos, you see blacks, you see whites. It's very diverse. This is what we're talking about in San Antonio. This is a new San Antonio. This is amazing, and I love to see this. Thank you, Young Democrats, for bringing me and inviting me this evening. Once again, my name is William Cruz Shaw. I'm a native of Houston, born to a single Hispanic mother on the south side of Houston. I am currently an attorney on the east side of San Antonio. I am LSA Class 41. I am under 40 with the Business Journal. I was the zoning commissioner for District 2. I was the chairman of SAGE for about a year. And I've also been on several boards, and I'm very active in my community. And I practice law every once in a while. In my law practice, it's a general practice. So we practice in personal injury, probates, will and estates, and criminal law. What I've noticed the most in the district is the lack of probate and wills. That's why my firm started doing free wills for senior citizens. Because a lot of us really don't understand the probate process and how to pass on our inheritance for our loved ones. Now, why am I running for District 2? One of the reasons is economic development. We need jobs.
Good.
We need jobs. We need to support our community. Not wait for others to come in and support it for us. We can do it internally. We can work together. We can strive together. Let's grow together. Because we are San Antonio, not exports coming in, taking over the city. We can do it right here. We can start entrepreneurships in the district. We can bring in large employers to hire people in the district. Once we do that, we can work on education. It's going to increase. We can work on our streets and drainage. It's going to get better. We can work on our neighborhoods. It will increase. But we have to employ people. That's the cause. That's the root. Yes, we understand that crime is a huge issue, and you cannot solve crime with technology. It doesn't work. I am a criminal defense attorney. Give me the opportunity to fight ShotSpotter. I will eat it up because it's proven not to work. There's other means of handling crime in our communities. Like I said, education, job and economic development, and one more.
Take care of the seniors.
And take care of our seniors. I love your seniors. And speaking about the seniors, I'm here today in front of you all because of the seniors who've mentored me. I would not forget you. At one time, my mom was Hispanic, my dad's black. There was one time, neither one of them could vote, and they could not get married. I listened to my seniors. They've walked that path. They've been down that road. They laid the foundation for me and my lovely wife to walk down. And so thank you for all of that. So my name once again is William Cruz Shaw, and I'm running for District 2. Thank you.